What's up YouTube? It's your girl Tyler Anuranita and welcome back to my channel where we talk my embodiment of human design. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the projector strategy and how I embody the strategy and the differences that I'm seeing in my life now that I am following the strategy. I am going to be breaking this topic down, so this is going to be part one, and we are going to be talking all about advice. If you are a new projector or if you know a projector and you are trying to help them out a little bit, go ahead and keep watching this video because I'm fit to give you guys all the tea when it comes to advice. The projector strategy is to wait for the invitation. But I like to say we're not waiting for anything. We are more so embodying, becoming, aligning, or simply just being the invitation. In the realm of giving advice, what does it mean to wait for the invitation as a projector? Waiting for the invitation is in place so that there are boundaries between the projector and the other energy types. It's easy for us to give them advice, one, because we've probably learned and experienced so many different things from all of the open centers that we have, and two, because we can actually see them and see their situation and we can offer a solution to them, or insight because we simply just know about the topic. But since we are projectors, we are not able to do this, again, because we have to establish boundaries. Another reason why these boundaries are in place is so that we can make sure that we are also using our energy effectively. As a projector, we should not be offering unsolicited advice to anyone who does not deserve it or does not want it, okay? Because we have to preserve our energy and use that advice for someone that actually is needing our aura. How have I been embodying the strategy? Simple. I have been waiting for the invitation. So I no longer give unsolicited advice, y'all. And it's very interesting because before knowing I was a projector, I actually had a situation where I lost a friend because I gave her unsolicited advice. Now, was the advice good? Absolutely. Did I say it in a disrespectful or condescending way? Absolutely not. But that person was not ready to hear it and they weren't ready to even implement it. So they felt it was best for them to distance themselves from me. And, you know, I'll never understand it to this day, but then also at the same time, I do understand it. One of the things that I noticed since I have been hardcore implementing this strategy is that now more people actually come to me for advice. When it comes to waiting for the invitation, I usually wait for things that sound like, what is your opinion on this? Can I have your opinion? What do you think about this? Is this good? Is this bad? Hey, I need to talk to you about something. All of those are cues that I listen to when I know I'm going to be offering up my advice. You know how we do it on my channel. I tell you guys a story so that it's easier for you to be able to understand exactly where I'm coming from when I'm explaining everything in human design. In my Discord group, it's a overall high vibrational, high conscious group. So not only do we discuss human design and self-development, we also talk about high vibrational foods and conscious eating. So in the conscious eating portion of the group, someone had posted a picture of a bag of chocolate covered fruit. When she posted it, I could automatically see why I wouldn't purchase that bag. But it wasn't my place to say anything because she never asked for my opinion. I've been in the conscious eating world for some time now, so I'm very picky when it comes to ingredients. And if it has way too many and I see a lot of things that I don't understand, it is a no for me. I like to stick between 1 and 2 ingredients. So when she posted it, I just responded like, oh, okay, I haven't seen that type of fruit before. And I just left it at that, right? I didn't give my opinion because she didn't ask for it, although I had one on it. Now, this is someone that I do know that is learning and trying to implement better ingredients, but again, she never asked for my opinion. The next message that she put in the group was, what do you think about these? Because I'm at the store right now and I'm going to buy them. You guys, that was the invitation, right? Now I can share my knowledge and my expertise with her, why I believe that that is not a good product to purchase. And guess what? It was received. She did not buy it. She put it right back on the shelf. I feel like since I have been embodying the projector strategy, I have honestly been getting a lot more people just coming to me and calling me and saying, hey, Ty, can I talk to you about this? Can I talk to you about that? I am wholeheartedly believing that once we begin to really step into our normal selves and begin to literally embody our design, we become even more magnetic, right? Because we're consistently giving off this energy of, now, I'm gonna wait for someone to ask me my opinion because I know that it's valuable and I know that I have a defined root center. And so when I do give people advice, they're not gonna only take my advice and think that it's good. They're gonna also take action because I have a defined root center. So I also create drive within other people as I am penetrating my aura. I have no quarrels with the strategy when it comes to opinions now, because honestly, it's so much easier to just wait for someone to actually want your opinion. And it kind of makes you feel good. It kind of makes you feel like, wow, my opinion is really valued. And it just gives you so much more confidence in your abilities as a projector and just literally do what you came here to do, and that's just to guide others naturally. What if you are a projector and you want to give your opinion, but the person didn't ask for it? I only use this in certain scenarios. So if someone comes to me and they're like, oh my goodness, Ty, I'm having like a really bad day. It's just been like a crazy day. And maybe they don't start explaining how their day was crazy. I simply say, hey, would you like to talk about it? And if they say yes, they say yes. If they say no, they say no, right? So if they begin to talk about it, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to give them unsolicited advice because they never even asked me to talk about it in the first place. So I'm really just asking them if they would like to talk about it so that I can just kind of save space for them to be able to express themselves. Now, when they do actually express themselves, I go, would you like my opinion? Would you like me to share some insight? And I give them the opportunity to say yes or no. If they say no, I just wanted to talk about it and get it off my chest, I'm good. I'm like, okay, cool. If they're like, yes, I would love your advice because honestly, this is going to be driving me crazy, whatever the case might be, then that is when I go ahead and offer my advice to them. As a bonus, I'm going to give you all some advice on how to wait for the invitation in a group setting. So being as though our projector aura, it is mainly designed to penetrate one G center at a time. But this does not necessarily mean that we cannot talk in group settings, seminars, webinars, things like that. It just simply means that we have to be recognized first before we receive an invitation. So it's kind of like we need the recognition with the invitation in order to be able to do these big groups and things like that. When it comes to smaller groups, let's say you are at an event, right? And you may know the people or you may not know them, but let's do the instance of you don't know the people that is in the group. It is not okay for us as projectors to come up to the group and then just to start talking, right? That's us being out of alignment. We are supposed to wait for someone to recognize us first and then give us the invitation. What does it look like getting recognition and the invitation? So when you're in that group setting and you don't know anyone in that group, you're simply just standing there, you're looking engaged, and you're just reading the energy around the group. What's going to happen is when you get the recognition, someone is going to probably look at you and you're going to look back and you're going to smile, you're going to wave, you're going to do whatever it is that you're going to do. Then that person may say, hey, I've never seen you before. What's your name? That is them recognizing you. So now you can go ahead and introduce yourself. Yeah, what's up? My name is Ty. I'm from blah, 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 blah. It's an interesting conversation that you guys are having over here. right? So at this point, I have recognized that they recognized me. I introduced myself, and I also showed interest in the topic that they were talking about. So at this point, this is where I wouldn't even go into my opinion or anything like that. I would simply wait for that person to say, oh, like, did you have an opinion? Like, did you want to share your insights? Are you familiar with this topic? And then that is when I would go ahead and share my opinion. So as you can see, I waited for them to recognize me, and then I waited for the invitation to actually share my opinion on the matter. So that is how you would approach that group setting. But let's say you were standing there and no one recognized you, right? That is okay. That just means that that is not the group for you, and it wasn't the right time for you to share any insights on that topic. But there are some things that could happen after that. Like maybe when you go off into other groups, someone, may have noticed that you were standing there and didn't say anything. And since our aura is absorbing, we would penetrate one G center at a time. So someone may have, felt called to talk to us, but maybe they decided to wait until after the group conversation was finished. So that person would probably now, recognize you and then give you an invitation to speak on what the group was speaking about, or to just simply have another separate conversation that probably had nothing to do with that conversation. But since you were there, you made your presence known. Someone actually locked in on that, and then they want to just get to know you. As a projector, you have to really be okay with waiting for people to want to hear what you have to say. And it's not really like a wait, to be honest. It's really, once you begin to embody the strategy, especially when it comes to the advice portion, you're going to really just start to illuminate and just feel so high vibrational about your advice that you're not going to want to just talk to anybody. That's what's going to allow your vibrations to just keep raising, and that's what's going to allow your projector aura to consistently be absorbing, so that you can go ahead and start embodying and being and becoming the invitation. In part 2 of waiting for the invitation video, I will go ahead and talk about how we wait for the invitation in business. I intend that you enjoyed this video enough to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out, as well as let YouTube know that you enjoyed it, so that they can share it with other people that are human design enthusiasts. I will see you all in my next video. Peace.